Hello, fellow riders and gearheads, so welcome back to Global Bike Buzz. Today, I'm beyond thrilled to bring you a deep dive into something that has the motorcycle world buzzing. The Yamaha XT 500 is back for 2026. Yes, that legendary single-cylinder machine that helped define an entire category of dual-sport adventure bikes has returned, bringing with it the soul of the 70s Dakar days but wrapped in 21st-century reliability, safety, and comfort. This isn't just a re-release, it's a carefully thought-out revival that feels like a love letter to Yamaha's own history and to riders who believe motorcycles should be about connection, freedom, and pure mechanical joy. Before we get into the experience of riding it, let's take a slow walk around. At the very front, you can't miss the classic round headlamp and no aggressive LED matrix here, but instead a warm, clean beam housed in a sturdy circular casing. Of course, Yamaha has worked some modern tech into it, so it's still LED for brightness and efficiency, but the shape is a direct nod to the original XT 500 from the late 70s. The high-mounted front fender is instantly evocative of enduro heritage. The fork gaiters aren't just cosmetic, they protect those beefy inverted forks from dust and grit, perfect for riders who will actually get this thing dirty. The handlebars have a nice wide sweep, with just the right rise, putting you in an upright position that makes both city traffic weaving and off-road standing positions feel natural. The instrumentation sits right behind them in a compact digital cluster and no unnecessary fluff, just your speed, revs, fuel, trip, and maybe a gear indicator. From the side, the bike's proportions are almost textbook dual sport. The fuel tank is a sculpted steel piece that keeps the line slim but still provides enough capacity for a day of adventure. Painted in retro livery, think classic Yamaha white with red speed blocks or black with gold accents, it instantly draws nostalgia. The seat is one of those long, narrow designs you can slide forward for aggressive off-road maneuvering or scoot back for relaxed cruising. The side covers are minimal and carry subtle XT 500 badging. Then there's the exhaust. It runs high, tucking up just above the swing arm, and ends in a modern, brushed aluminum muffler that somehow still manages to look like the old-school upswept pipe. The wheels are spoked and painted in a subtle silver, shod with dual-purpose tires, more aggressive than street rubber but not full-on motocross knobs, so they balance traction with road manners. From the rear, the simplicity continues. The tail is short and purposeful, the rear fender compact, and the brake light neat, almost rectangular LED unit that doesn't look out of place on such a classically styled machine. The license plate mount is integrated into the fender extension, and turn signals are small but visible. There's enough room on the pillion section for a passenger, though it's clear this is primarily a rider-focused machine. The twin rear shocks stand proud, painted black with polished springs, and if you know the old XT 500, you'll appreciate this little visual throwback. Of course, a bike like this is defined by its heart of the engine. Yamaha has stayed true to the formula, a single-cylinder, four-stroke thumper with a displacement right around 500 cc. While the original was kickstart only and air-cooled, the 2026 version likely features electric start as standard and a combination of air and oil cooling to retain the classic feel while improving thermal management. Fuel injection replaces the old carb, making cold starts effortless and throttle response crisp. The motor is tuned for strong low-end torque, meaning you can chug up steep trails or cruise through town without having to rev it out. That unmistakable thump is still there. Yamaha engineers have clearly spent time making sure the exhaust note is rich, deep, and satisfying without breaching modern noise regulations. When you actually ride it, the first thing you notice is the lightweight. Throwing a leg over is easy. The seat height is approachable for most riders, and the narrow tank makes it easy to grip with your knees. On the move, it's agile and predictably on tarmac. The steering is quick without being twitchy, and off-road it feels planted yet flickable. Suspension travel front and rear is generous, soaking up potholes and ruts with ease. The brakes, while not oversized sport bike anchors, have good bite and progressive feel, with the front single disc and rear disc both ABS equipped for safety. The gearing feels well spaced, giving you plenty of grunt in the lower gears for technical terrain and enough top end to cruise at highway speeds without the engine feeling strained. On dirt, the power delivery is tractable. You can control wheel spin easily, and the bike responds well to body inputs when weaving through obstacles. One of the most surprising things about the 2026 XT 500 is how versatile it feels. Ride it to work, and it's as easygoing as a commuter scooter. Upright ergonomics, slim dimensions, and predictable brakes make city traffic a non-event. Take it on a weekend trail ride, and it transforms into a playful, willing partner. It's not about outright speed, it's about engagement. About feeling the surface beneath your tires and hearing that rhythmic thump as you climb, descend, and carve through nature. For long-distance riders, there's a calmness at cruising speeds the many singles lack. A Yamaha seems to have balanced vibration damping with mechanical feel just right. In terms of price, Yamaha hasn't confirmed an exact figure yet, but we can make an educated guess. Given its heritage status and premium positioning over smaller dual sports like the XT 250, expect a range somewhere between $7,500 and $8,500 US, depending on market and trim. That puts it comfortably below the TA copyright 10A copyright RA copyright 700. Making it an attractive choice for riders who want the XT magic without the size and weight of a bigger adventure bike. The value proposition here is strong: the classic style, modern reliability, genuine off-road ability, and everyday usability in one package. And then there's the emotional factor. The XT 500 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a story. The original bike won the first 2 Paris Dakar rallies and became a cultural icon, appearing in movies, magazines, and in the dreams of countless riders. This new version carries that DNA forward. It's a machine that asks you to ride for the joy of riding, not just for the destination. It's an antidote to overly complex, electronics-laden bikes here. The connection between throttle and rear wheel is pure, direct, and unfiltered. That's something you can feel in your hands, your feet, and your chest. So, after spending time walking around it, riding it, and absorbing what Yamaha has done here, I can say this: the 2026 XT 500 isn't trying to reinvent the wheel. It's not chasing lap times or gadget counts. It's giving us exactly what made the original great, with just enough modernization to make it practical for everyday life in 2026. It's the kind of bike you buy and keep for decades because it's not just transport, it's a partner in your adventures. That's the full scoop from Global Bike Buzz on the Yamaha XT 500 revival. Whether you're a returning fan from the old days or a new rider curious about this legend, this bike has a way of winning you over with its honesty and charm. Let me know in the comments, so would you choose the XT 500 for your next adventure? Or is there another retro-inspired machine calling your name? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle reviews, and as always, keep the rubber side down and the adventure alive.